Hello, hello. It is Susan from Sassy C Art Shop. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you don't know what I do here, I like to do some art, some different challenges, some creativity, just doing fun things. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different, but without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so I thought I would do something just a little bit different today. Instead of drawing an original piece or competing in an art challenge or anything like that, I thought I would just show you a few of my OCs, original characters that I have created, how they came about, a little bit about their stories, things like that. If you guys like this type of video, be sure to like and subscribe. I don't know why that's always so hard for me to say, but it is. Anyway, but yeah, let me know if you like this in the comments, if you want to know more about these characters. So yeah, let's get into it. So these characters that I'm going to show you 3 different couples. And all of these came about as kind of like random generator prompts. I had a few different things, and it was like hair color, skin color, eye color, clothing type, like all of that. So that was what influenced these. And I don't know if you guys do this when you draw, but I'm like, oh, if I draw a character, they get like a full backstory and like all of that. So I don't know if you guys do that, but let me know in the comments. So let's start with the first couple. So y'all may have seen these if you've seen my shorts or if you follow me on TikTok. But I haven't shown them on my long form videos. So we are starting out with this couple. Give you a little bit of a close-up. So she's got the green eyes, he's got the blue, she's got the dark curly hair. She's wearing her little gold and brown, he's wearing gold and blue and gray. He's got like an injury there that she's wrapped up. He has the sword. So their names are Esperanza and Malcolm. Like I said, this was a random generator prompt. And the storyline that I came up with them, so one of the things was that he was bald and that he had a long white beard. And I was like, okay, this is clearly a, couple that is in love, but I didn't want like a super huge age gap. So I actually gave him pointed ears because he is an elf. And so I kind of came up with the idea, these symbols on her outfit are for healing. And she is a nurse, but she's a human nurse in the like sort of fae elf world. And like anytime like the fae have injuries that would affect other fae healers, so like if they were injured by like an iron sword or something like that, the human healers would take care of them. So I really like the idea that these two actually met on the battlefield. Like he came in, he was injured, and she fixed him up, and basically they fall in love and all of that. But the Fae world, the time works differently. So like more time passes, so he has to go back to battle. And what passes for years for him is only like a few months for her. But she's been patiently waiting for him. And so he's finally reunited with her, but he's aged so much in the time that he's been gone. But like he's crying because he finally gets to see her again. It's her love that kept him motivated, that kept him alive and all of that. So yeah, I like this warrior and nurse feeling. I like their love story. I gave her a tiara because you see he kind of has a crown here. So he's some type of royalty, like maybe he was given like a lordship or something for his great acts of service. And when they marry, she sort of becomes like the lady of the manor. So yeah, that is Esperanza and Malcolm. So let's move on to the next couple. Okay, so here is the second couple. I have some original characters where I just did like single characters, but I thought it would be fun to show you these little couples all in one video. So let me kind of do a close-up and let you guys see. So I've got this like romantic position where he's kind of like embracing her from behind. She's got really pretty green eyes. He's like just enjoying having her around, and his eyes are closed. I love her hair, like how fancy it is. It's got like this pretty updo with these braids in it. He's got the curly hair and he's got the little beard. Yeah, and then they've got these kind of like matching green cloaks. I kind of like incorporating one couple's colors into the other, so they kind of look like they match. She's got like a little leaf emblem on her corset. She has a little money pouch. He also has a little money pouch, which I'll tell you all about in a minute. And then he kind of has lock picks right here. And he's got the brown cape. And yeah, so this couple is called Elisabetta and Rubere. So the storyline for them that I came up with, again, this was like another random generator. So like all their colors and like hair types and clothing and stuff. That all came about from the random generator. But like I said, my mind just goes crazy. And it's like, well, they have to have a storyline. Like, why would they end up like this? And why are they like this? So since they both had a green, so I think she had this like dark green as one of her colors, and he had this light green. So I incorporated sort of both into their outfits, so it kind of looks like they match. And his clothing style was inspired by Flynn Rider from Tangled. So of course my mind immediately went, oh, what if he's a thief as well as Flynn Rider? But then I was like, but what if she's a thief too? So I liked that they both have little money pouches because they've definitely stolen it from someone else. And she has like hidden pockets in her cloak, like I said, and he has the little lock picks right in his pocket right there. So I came up with the idea. This story, they would kind of be like enemies to lovers, and they're separated by this like large forest. And she goes in one time across the forest, goes into like this well-mannered estate, and it's like really rich and well-to-do, and she's stealing something, and he interrupts her stealing something because he came to steal from like the same manor. And so he steals from her, and she's like, oh no, I can't handle this. So like she goes back into his hideout in the forest, like she tracks him down, and she actually steals back whatever they stole. And I think that would be like a really cute love story. Like they keep going back in a more elaborate heist to steal what the other one stole, just to make the other one be like, no, you are not the better thief than I am. And eventually like they fall in love, and he like lets her steal stuff because he's like, you've stolen my heart, you might as well take everything else, kind of thing. I know it's cheesy, but I love it, and I just wanted to do that. I think it's cute. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of their story. I really like, I think her earrings, the gold and green earrings, I think that is what, when I was originally drawing this, I was like, that's what she stole originally, and that's like what they fought over, and he finally gives it to her. So yeah, that is the next couple. So let me know what y'all think of these stories so far. Let's move on to couple number 3. All right, and here is the third couple. Again, this was through random generators to get their clothing style, colors, hairstyles, all of that. So I think it came up with a really interesting look. Let me show you guys. So he's got that nice medium skin tone, like Middle Eastern, but he has like those really vibrant sapphire blue eyes, and I just really like the contrast. His hair, I remember it was a custom one, and I was like, oh, so I'll give him like a dark brown, but he has like a streak of gray. I thought that would be cute. And then she's got this short red hair, sort of the ginger color. And then their outfits, she was inspired by Merida, and she got like the color scheme of Merida too. So I was like, oh, to give her like, so she doesn't look exactly like Merida, just with short hair. I gave her a corset, and I gave her a little pouch, because in my mind, she is a seamstress. So this is her little sewing pouch. It's got like scissors and a needle embroidered on it. And he is got the red, and he's got like the belt. And I went with the Middle Eastern inspired look for him because I was like, oh, he's already got the skin tone and like the hair. I might as well like do that. So their names are Ginger and Kanan. And I was like, should I name her Ginger? Like that feels like too on the nose. But then I'm like, she's my character. I can name her what I want. And she looks like a ginger, and I gave her like the little freckles, and she has this short ginger hair, and it's just like, that's super cute. And maybe like when she was born, she already had that head of hair, and they were like, oh, this is her name, so it's Ginger. Anyway, so like I said, she is a seamstress, and he is a silk merchant in my mind. And how they met, so he is part of like a traveling merchant class. And he goes around in caravans and travels different areas. Anyway, but so he arrives at her village, and she is like an extremely talented seamstress. And she works for someone else, but she's saving up like for her own shop and things like that. So he meets her, and he is kind of entranced by her immediately. So he has these beautiful silks for sale, and like they're really premium quality, nothing like she's seen before. And he gives her like a discounted rate. I don't know how he's going to do business wise, but his love life is going really well. Anyway, so every time he comes from then on to her village, he always gives her like a piece of silk. And in the meantime, they write letters to each other, and they sort of fall in love through their letters. And they like both are pursuing their business opportunities. And like he comes back and he'll put like a flower in her hair whenever they're spending time together in person. So I thought it would be really cute if like after they've fallen in love, they are kind of in an established relationship. So he comes to her village, and he, instead of like a piece of silk, which she has been saving all these pieces of silk, she hasn't used them yet. So he presents to her a tapestry. And when he unfurls it, it's a depiction of him kneeling before her with a ring. And that's how he proposes to her. But the tapestry is left unfinished so that she can continue adding to their story as they continue living it. So that's kind of my idea for that couple. So let me show you all of them again. So let me know which was your favorite, which artwork you like the best, which story you like the best. If you want to see me guys draw these characters again in their different storylines, if you want to see more like randomly generated characters, let me know. I'm very curious about what you guys are interested in. Well, guys, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me while I rambled about my OCs. Like I said, they started out as like random generator prompts, but now I have like full backstories for them. And I'm like, and this is how they would interact with this character and this character. And I come up with like whole worlds for them. And I think it's super fun to do that. I don't know if everybody does that, or if they're like, oh, the character comes first and then the story, or the story comes first and then I draw the characters. I don't know how other people do their OCs, but I would like to eventually write these stories. What would you guys think about that? Would you want to read the full story? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.